Well, hello, my beautiful cats and kittens. This is your girl Sim back with another episode of the Sim Squad. So, today I have something special for you. I had these perfumes which have been in my collection since like forever, and some I found recently because I had thought they're discontinued, but then I found them again, and I'm so happy that I did. I don't have many perfumes for you, but just a few, and I will start like with maybe a little backstory to tell you how I fell in love with this perfume and why I have it repeatedly in my collection. So, should we start? So, the first up is Haute Couture by Givenchy. This is a super old perfume. It's beautiful, it's smoky, it's sexy. It's probably like the sexiest perfume in my collection. I used to use it ages ago, and because this got discontinued, I started I went in for another perfume which I'll show you, which is also from one of my, it's not really vintage, but it's an old school perfume. um, Givenchy had like several perfumes during that time, and I was absolutely in awe of all of them. They had the Amar, which I'm planning to buy because I have seen it on the grey market and I will purchase it. And this one, guys, this perfume, every time I spray this, every single time, Ali like loves it on me. He like adores this perfume. It's clean, but at the same time, it is very mysterious. It's something you haven't smelled before for sure. This comes in the EDP and the EDT, but in my opinion, the EDP is much better. So this perfume was formulated in the year 2000, millennium, and I have it since it was released. Like there was such big jazz around this fragrance, and the first time I sniffed it, I remember it was love at first sniff, and I immediately had it in my collection. The top notes for this are raspberry, bergamot, and orange. The middle notes are pepper, black pepper, vetiver, and magnolia, and the base notes are sandalwood, amber, and musk. I don't know where from the smokiness comes into the picture. Some people say it smells like cigarettes, and I do get it, and it is because of the black pepper. So the black pepper with the sandalwood and musk, it gives you that feeling of like a spicy, bittery smoke, but then you have the florals and you have the fruits, which make it like so exceptional. This perfume is like absolutely gorgeous. This perfume is compared to Black Saffron from Byredo. I honestly see the comparison, but it's not really a dupe. So, but it's in the same fragrance family. But honestly speaking, like this perfume for me, it's so unique. The only thing that comes close to it is a perfume I'll show you next. This perfume for you is the Mysterious Femme Fatale. It's somebody who you will never be able to forget. This is like a perfume that will captivate anybody who smells it. Like I promise you, this fragrance is, it's so unique. First of all, I haven't smelled anything in the like of it. And my gosh, like 2000, like I've been using this like since forever. There was a gap in between where they had discontinued it. I had no idea that it's still available on the gray market, and I'm just so glad it's come back. And I think now it's come back, it is reformulated, but I don't see the difference. I think they've come back with the same formula and they've just started processing it again. Maybe the slight bit impact it has had is that it doesn't stay all that long, but the smell is absolutely the same. To me, it's like very smoky, woody. I don't know, some people like just get like offended by the smell of pepper, and for me, like pepper is like an absolutely magical note. It adds this spiciness which is not really like spices like the clove and cardamom and all that. It's like, it's a very beautiful note when it's combined with florals and woody notes. So this for me is like a 10 out of 10 perfume forever, and till the time it's available, I will keep buying it. The perfume I bought when I thought this was discontinued is this. This is Cinema from YSL. This is very much available till now, and it is super pricey. You can see I've used up like a lot of this juice, although I feel like a lot of it has evaporated, which is weird because I don't see any point of evaporation. Maybe I've used up that much of it, I don't know. And this perfume has been in my collection as well for a very long time. The top notes for this are almond, blossom, clementine, and cyclamen. The middle notes are jasmine, peony, and amaryllis, and the base notes are vanilla, amber, benzoin, and white musk. So I have no idea why these two smell so similar for me. Let me just spray them both on either side. So this side is like your cinema and this side is your haute couture. They're literally cousins. Okay, they're literally cousins. This one just has like a prominent pepper and this one is slightly more floral, but like I don't know, like the notes are so different. I would just say that this one has a little bit more of like the citrus fruitiness as well, and this one is like quite smoky and mysterious. But they are so similar, like I'm not kidding you, they're so similar. Like I literally, when I first smelled this, I was like, oh my gosh, it smells exactly like haute couture. And I remember like someone was wearing this perfume and I asked her, I was like, are you wearing haute couture and where did you buy it from, because it's discontinued. And she was like, no, this is cinema. Ever since then, I have had this in my collection and clearly have loved it. It is super pricey right now and I have no idea why some of the fragrances are so pricey, but I think this is like well above $200 if I'm not mistaken. The only difference is like this dries down like very peppery and this dries down musky floral, but they are so similar, and the projection and longevity is a bit more in the cinema. It used to be very strong in the old formula, but now the reformulation, you need to keep respraying it. I don't mind as long as I can smell this perfume for the rest of my life. It's such a beautiful fragrance. For me, a cinema also smells like the original Jean Paul Gaultier. I mean, it has like something about like the original Jean Paul Gaultier, which also I need to buy. It's also a pre old perfume, but it's also something I really love. It might smell a little dated to me now since I've used it like 20 years ago if I'm not mistaken, but I don't care. Like as long as the perfume smells good, I don't mind. So Cinema was launched in 2004. So like not far away from haute couture, but yes, yeah, which is why I went for this perfume after I couldn't get my hands on haute couture. And they named this perfume so apt, like cinema. It is like, it's something like a personality, like who comes on quite strong. Maybe it's a little bit like pretentious and like puts up a facade where they want people to see them in a certain way. It's like there's a curtain in front of them and that curtain is a beautiful whiff of this perfume. This is probably like one of the most tasteful and luxurious perfume I own. Like Bye Bye Chanel, like for me, like YSL does the job. Like when it comes to classy, it's YSL all the way for me. Like I think the perfumes they made in from 2000 to 2005, I don't think they make these kind of perfumes anymore. This generation of perfume was like something else. Also, the Jean Paul Gaultier, the original, the one which is shaped like a woman. There was also Fragile by Jean Paul Gaultier. Like those perfumes were epic, and I just wish those perfumes would just come back, already. Okay, let me move on and stop talking about these two perfumes. So the next oldie is Coco Mademoiselle, of course. Like everybody has this perfume. Quite frankly speaking, this is just sitting in my vanity. I don't use it. The bottle is like really pretty, and this perfume lasts at least 6 hours. But with Coco Chanel Coco Mademoiselle, for me it's like a super generic. Like anybody who likes La Vie Belle, they will love Coco Chanel. Anybody who loved Coco Chanel will love this perfume. So the top notes for Coco Chanel, Coco Mademoiselle is Sicilian orange, Calabrian bergamot and lemon. Middle notes are rose, fruity notes, jasmine. And the base notes are patchouli, Madagascar, vanilla, tonka bean, white musk and labdanum. Now this is like your basic floral, fruity scent with your base note of patchouli. It's a patchouli heavy scent which also has vanilla and your musk at the base. There are endless amount of perfumes. I guess this was like the mother of them all. I mean, this perfume during its time was like ahead of its time and it was definitely a classic. But like honestly, it doesn't appeal to me anymore. There was a time it was in rave and everybody loved it, and I just jumped on the bandwagon because like everybody was on it. And yeah, I did enjoy it for some time, but then it just sat in my collection and it's still sitting there. So yeah, that's something I don't use much, but it is obviously a classic and everybody loves it. So there's no harm in like her sitting in my collection forever. The next two perfumes are polarizing scents. Okay, so there's this one, Amor from Cacharel. So this was my introduction into fresh rose scents, and the first time I sniffed this, I was in love with it. So this perfume, Amor, was launched in 2003. The top notes for this are blackcurrant, orange, mandarin orange, grapefruit, cassia, and bergamot. Middle notes are rose, apricot, jasmine, lily, and lily of the valley. And the base notes are vanilla, tonka bean, musk, amber, and Virginia cedar. So can you just imagine this perfume? There's like loads of white florals. It also has rose. It has like all the citrus fruits along with some blackcurrant. And then the base is like the most pleasant base you can have, which is your musk, vanilla, tonka beans, amber, and cedar, which is like your woody note. Now, this perfume, you would think that this would be like very complicated, but honestly speaking, for me, this is just like a very green, earthy, musky, vanillic rose. Yes, there are other white florals in it, but like the rose and the citrus fruits, they're right in the beginning, and I feel like slowly like the citrusness like kind of reduces, but then it gives way to a more like rosy white floral thingy with the tonka bean and vanilla and everything. It's a very pleasant scent. But this is strictly for summer. Like if someone comes next to me wearing this in the winter, I'll probably get like I'll get the gag reflex. This is a very summer friendly perfume since it's like super light, it is airy, it is like your white florals and your fresh citrus fruits. Gorgeous perfume. It's a very pretty girl perfume. I really want to see what this perfume is compared to. So it's compared to Moschino's Glamour. I don't think I've ever used that perfume. And it's not really compared to many other perfumes, which is weird because this is kind of a scent profile which I would expect to be available a lot. The name for this perfume is so apt, Amor. It is literally like falling in love perfume. You know, it's like youth and you're falling in love in in that time where you have like the jitters and your man makes you feel very beautiful and you just feel the luckiest girl in the world and it reflects on your face and you feel so beautiful. This is that perfume. It's like a freaking garden. It's like a garden where like a guy and girl are falling in love, and I don't know, it's a magical perfume. Like I don't think anybody has made a perfume like this. Now this perfume is very polarizing because I know some people who actually hate this perfume. They actually despise it to the core. But for me, this is one of the most beautiful perfumes I've ever owned. Um, I've used up multiple bottles and then I repurchased this because it showed up on my screen, like in suggestions. And I just bought a small bottle just for the heck of reminiscing, because this is like a perfume which I'll probably wear during the summer once or twice. I need to try this out with Ali. I want to see how he reacts to this perfume. A very close sister or cousin is Stella by Stella McCartney. Now the thing is that I was looking for the other one. I think this is the Eau de Toilette and that's the Eau de Parfum, if I'm not mistaken. It was like the purple transitioning to, like, it was like an ombre purple bottle. Let me just check what that was called. Yeah, so that was the Eau de Toilette, which is discontinued. I'll put a picture here. And then you have this one, which is that was the Eau de Parfum, and this is the Eau de Toilette. It is also called Stella by Stella. And this one has the top notes of iced lemon, freesia, mandarin orange, the middle notes of Bulgarian rose, peony, and violet leaf, and the base note of amber. So you see why I'm comparing it to this. It's in the same family. Let me spray it here. It's really beautiful. Although, like, I was looking for the Eau de Parfum and I just can't find that perfume anywhere. If anyone knows where to get that one, please let me know. But this perfume, again, it's like a ice lemonade on, not ice lemonade, pink lemonade, pink ice lemonade on a summer day, like a hot summer day. It's like you're sitting with your friends, probably having like an evening, what do you call it, high tea party and everything. And you have like this pink lemonade, which is like with a lot of ice shavings, and it's like beautiful. And you feel so refreshed when you drink that juice, and this is that juice. It is, and that amber does this little magic on it. So this one is like very much like Stella Eau de Parfum, but this is like a little bit more like citrusy, a bit more light and flirty little one. You know, this is like a younger sister. That one is like the older sister. You know what I mean? So if you want to smell like a cold rose lemonade, the pink lemonade, this is your perfume. This is very young, this is very playful, this is very flirty, this is amazing for a picnic, or if you are hanging out with family, or people who are young. When you're hanging out with people who are young, who are in a playful mood, this is gorgeous. And if you are going to wear this on a picnic date, like this is like the best perfume you can wear because it is so pretty. It's like pretty. You can, I don't know. It seems like a girl in a light, a pastel pink dress dancing in a beautiful garden of flowers. You know, like, oh man, I can't get over this perfume. It's so beautiful. I need to stop sniffing it. So the next two perfumes, they both were gifted to me. They've been in my collection for the longest time because one of them I used to own, and then I got it re-gifted. My sister gifted it to me, and one of my best friends, she gifted me the flanker for it. So the original body, this is the Parfum Intense. So this is the intense version, and then I have the Burberry body tender, which is like flanker for this one. So this one has like the gold thingy, and this one has like the silver. First of all, the bottle, doesn't it look like something out of space? Like it's like so, like, you know, and the name body is so apt. So let's start with the first one, the original, right? So this perfume was launched in 2010, 2011 circa, and it took the world by storm, right? This perfume, it's so aptly named body because it's a very intimate smell. It will not project too much, but like, you know, if anybody comes at an arm's distance to you, they can really smell this one. Like you can, it's like a body lotion. Like I can't describe it in any other way. It's very lotiony, and that's why I think it's a bit polarizing. The top notes for this are peach, wormwood, and freesia. Middle notes are rose, sandalwood, and iris, and the base notes are musk, cashmere wood, vanille, and amber. So like the peach and wormwood give it like that earthy fruitiness, and then you have your florals, your sandalwood, iris, and everything just gives you the powderiness, and then your musk and cashmere wood, it's like your cream base, you know, so it's like your lotiony vibe. I'll tell you one thing, I haven't smelled anything like this perfume. I've used up quite a bit of it, but I've used this like ages ago, and it's been sitting at the back of my cabinet, and I think I need to revisit this for summer nights. There are very few people who actually like this perfume, and I understand why, because some of them are, because it's like very creamy and very lotiony, some people would probably find it cloying, you know what I mean? And it is a bit dated, so like I won't call it a mature scent, but it is a bit dated, so it reminds you of a generation and an era, and you might not necessarily fit into that. But if you're a person who doesn't mind smelling a bit vintage, I'm not saying this is a vintage perfume, it's only 2011, right? But it does give you the vintage vibes. In the opening, the peach and wormwood, they give you a little bit of that bitterness, but then it's the peach scent. It's beautiful. And then you have your pink florals and everything. It just like starts like becoming really warm, like you're wrapped in a very cozy blanket, you know. Honestly, like I would have rather used this in winter, but like I wouldn't mind this in the springtime either. But I think in summer it'll be a bit difficult to pull this off. And like some people say, it smells like it's like the afterglow of till you've done the deed. I get that analogy. I understand what they're trying to say. It's a very skin kind of smell. So it is like a very, I don't know how to say it. It's like Delina. Delina has that little vibe as well where it smells like skin. Like I can't get into the details of it because I might get demonetized, but like it smells like a woman's skin after the deed, like that. It has that kind of vibe, and that's why, like, I don't know if that's why they've named it body, because yeah, it does smell like a woman's body, like probably saying it the wrong way and disgusting people out, but yeah, it smells like the afterglow. Now, on the other hand, the Burberry Body Tender is a completely different scent. Where have I not sprayed? Okay, here. So you just know that it's from the same family, but this is a much, much, much more fresh and light version of Burberry. So this flanker was released in 2013, which is like fairly new, right? Like this was in 2010, 2011, and then 4 years later, they came up with this one. Also has the top notes of peach and wormwood, but in addition, it has apple and lemon. So that's why you get that freshness. The middle notes are rose, tea, jasmine and sandalwood. So the new addition is the tea, and the base notes are the same. It's musk, cashmere wood, amber and vanilla. So this one just has the addition of tea, apple and lemon, and that just gives it so much of freshness. Yeah, this is like a lighter, floatier version of the other Burberry. So this was gifted to me by one of my oldest friends. Like I know her since I came to Dubai for the first time. Like she was my first friend, and she's still my friend. So wow, we've been having a friendship for years and years. So she had come visited me in Dubai and she had gifted me this one. So this one does remind me of her, and if she's watching, I hope she remembers that she had gifted this to me, because this reminds me of her. Like whenever I think of her, I remember this fragrance, and I feel like she smells like this just because I associate this perfume with her. And she's very beautiful, by the way. She's also from India, but she's from a place called Rajasthan, which is it has a lot of palaces, it has a lot of culture, and the people from there are really, really gorgeous. This is a very soft, fresh and feminine scent. It's very easy to use. It's an easy grab. I think I should be using this more. I don't know how I've used only like so much of it. The thing is, like, I have so many perfumes. These all, like, because it's a tall bottle, it goes right at the back and then it's difficult to just grab it. So let me keep this on my counter, like, so that I can actually reach for it now. This one has a little bit of more projection because it's more citrusy, but it also has less longevity because, as you know, the citrus disappears the fastest. And then you're left with this very light floral, musky, vanilla, woody kind of scent in the end, and it's very pleasant. And the greenness of it, because of the wormwood, the peach, and I guess the lemon, it really cuts through the sweetness of all the florals, which is why it's so much more fresh. So, like, without sounding too like, I don't want to call this perfume a generic perfume. It is definitely not generic. It is a good perfume on its own, but it does smell, it's an everyday grab, right? So like, this is something you would, like, if you don't want to think too much what to wear and everything, you would just grab this and wear it. Like, it will not be a special occasion for sure. This will be your going to the mall, going to work. It's not going to offend anyone. It's very fresh, it's very uplifting. So when you spray it, it will give you a boost of energy, and I wouldn't mind wearing it like anywhere and everywhere except for formal occasions and dates, and like when I'm hanging out with my friends and stuff, I would rather like not wear this. But all in all, it's a very pretty scent, and I better use this up before it goes bad because it's really old now. It's like, so these two, like, I love the bottles as well. Like, look at how beautiful the bottles are. Like, it's the most unique bottle ever. And okay, let me not do that. So that's a wrap for today. These were my classic perfumes, although these two were not so classic. I don't know why I thought these were like really old, but they're like from last decade. So yeah, I guess it's still old, right? How sad, how pathetic. Like, we have no I honestly don't have the recollection of like 2011 to 2020. It's like, I don't remember that era, and I don't remember what was launched during that time. I felt like this was from 2000 to 2010. I don't know why, but like in my head, it was from that generation. So that's it for today, girls. I hope you enjoyed my video. Please do like and subscribe. And let me know if you want me to review any other perfumes, like vintage perfumes. Like I definitely will get the Jean Paul Gaultier's her. I think it's her, the thingy, the one with the woman's shape. And if anybody knows where I can get the Jean Paul Gaultier Fragile, please let me know, because like I found some. I have from eBay and everything, but they're priced in thousands of dollars. I'm like, whoa, like it's like a collector's thing now, you know? So like nobody like buys it and uses it. They will like keep it, you know? So this is it for today, girls. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.